What's the deal, guys? Thank you for tuning in. I am back. I went on a little vacation with my girlfriend for mine and her birthdays. I know there's been gaps in the videos, but for a couple videos coming out, it's gonna be back to back to back every day until, I feel like making a every other day video again. Probably like 3 or 4 videos just because I took some time off. And for this video, we're gonna be talking about how the system is rigged. The system is against normal people. And I know when some people hear that, they're like, oh, tinfoil hat, it's not rigged. They do everything we can. But I'm here to tell you, in my opinion, the system is rigged against normal people since the day you're born. And if you want to figure out why, just stay to the end of the video. It'll be a quick one, like always. But with that being said, let's jump into it. So why is the system rigged? How is the system rigged? Let's first start with that. I think the biggest thing for normal people is education. And it's because you go to school, follow rules, have a dress code, have higher ups, which are teachers and principals and all that. And you're told to memorize things to get results. And they form you into an employee instead of forming you into an actual CEO, a boss, or someone accountable for their actions. So you go to school until you're 18 and maybe college if you're in a family that preaches college, and a lot of people do. But then once you get to college, it is get a degree and get a good job. They don't teach you about mental health. They don't teach you how to be balanced. They don't teach you how to just enjoy life, the little things in life. It's always about get the most money, get the fastest car, get the biggest house. And that's very surface level shit. Life is much deeper than just becoming mega rich and having the biggest house on the block and having the fastest car, because essentially when you chase that, it just always runs old, right? You can have a 2022 Lamborghini, but in 2030 that's old. Now you want the 2031, and it's an endless pursuit of emptiness. But that's what society has formed us into, the system. Another big thing about the system being rigged is when our grandparents went to college, their college tuition all around was probably like 10-15,000. Not exactly on the dot, just an estimate. But now when we go to college, it's probably $100,000-$200,000 once you're done. And that means you have to take a loan. But you paying $200,000 for a piece of paper and they're paying $10,000 for that piece of paper. That piece of paper does the same thing, if not less today, because we live in a society that's run off the internet. People care how you could produce, not what you've earned, like certificate wise, for the most part. Obviously, there's some other lanes that you need to get certified in, and more power to you. And I think college is good for some people. But if you're trying to go to college for like business or anything like art or anything like that, I don't necessarily believe college is the right way for you. I think mentorship is the right way for you, and that's what they don't teach. How are you going to learn how to run a business successfully from a teacher? That teacher has not run a business successfully. Another big point is taxes, and everybody seems to get mad at rich people because they don't pay taxes. But the thing is, when you work for your money, you pay taxes. When you exchange your time for money, you pay taxes. But when you don't, you don't. And people are like, well, how are they doing this? This is not fair. Well, that's because the system has never taught you how the law is written. So you could be a CEO of a company and get paid $1 with the options of unlocking shares when you meet certain criteria. But those shares you never sell, you borrow against at a lower rate and you pay back, and it's a tax write-off. But they don't teach you that. The system wants you to work for them, because in capitalism we need employees. And personally, I believe that they made politics and religion and everything else to constantly separate and divide the average folk. Because honestly, let's be real, most people tend to believe in the same things, the good and the bad, the ugly and the beautiful, whatever it is. And most humans just want to have a good life. But once you give everybody different options, it creates this tension of, oh, you're not this, you're not that, you're not this, you're not that. And that's why we, as 99% of the people, can never really accomplish the bigger picture, because we're always fighting over the smaller picture. They constantly back us in a corner through media, influencers, stars, everything like that. And that's personally why I think the system is rigged, and it's always gonna be rigged because it was written like that. But the important part to this video is to understand that there is a way to change that, and you could change that. You just have to continue to work, continue to learn, continue to invest. See, we've been taught to put money in a bank account because it's safe, but the bank account makes you no money. And when inflation at like 10%, you're getting 0.01%. What are you doing? You're losing 9.99% of your money. Invest it. And people are like, oh, but that's so scary because it can go up and it can go down. It can go up and it can go down. The only thing your money is doing in your bank is going down in buying power. Every year it's going down. There's no chance of it going up. There's no way inflation is under 0.01% ever. We average 2%. And honestly, we're probably going to be stuck in inflationary time for a long time. Those are just some of the ways I believe the system is rigged. I would love to hear if you guys believe the system is rigged in any other way. I appreciate everyone tuning in. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys learned something. If you guys are interested in investing or anything of that sort, just hit me up on Instagram at flip.and.drip. I'll be happy to respond to you. But with that being said, guys, my name is Derek with Flip and Drip, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.